too tough, and they keep pulling me in for more. They have the power to make your world and squash it within 1 minute. If happiness lurks, then they tease you with it and make you feel emptiness. If you are searching for the one, then it can be tough and painful, but worth it in the end. Watchers should be aware. This misery will happen to you. Love with the one is real, but the imitation will fool and even hurt you. It has to be me, and I'm trying to recuperate from it. Beware of this fate before it hurts you.
Nice, man. Well read, too.
Thank you.
Yeah, I can definitely dig it.
I guess I know what I was reading until I read it. I guess we're still in the Valentine's Day spirit.
You're hilarious. Yeah, well, we're as much into that spirit as we could possibly get without a harness, you know. But
in to get out of the spirit.
Yeah, well, when it comes to that sort of spirit, I'm definitely in the get out kind of mood. But so we got a war one. We got lots of creepy ones, man.
I'd say we do a plug. You plug some stuff, I plug some stuff.
Is it getting near closing time?
Yeah,
Slo Mo Joe.
It's getting near closing time.
Yeah.
Like, I think we do a plug, a short plug.
Yeah.
We read a piece of poetry, and then we wrap it up.
Yeah, I have a pretty one that we could end this with that will hopefully redeem the rather dark overtones. Yeah, this one, if I read this one, we'll go out on a high note. It won't be as brutal.
Well, first let's do the plugs.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Ricky's Timeless Fireside, which is Oakwood's Avternity. The channel is Oakwood's Avternity and Quantum Posy. All right, those are both on the Oakunus Network. Check that out. Check out the Ricky and Wolfman show. And there's going to be lots of special stuff on the Oakunus Network, which features the writing of Richard Andrew Olkusz, both his novels and his poetry. And there'll be lots of creative expression up there and general lunacy. But anyway, take it, Slo Mo Joe.
Yeah, I'm gonna plug this channel, the Joseph Vivaldi Network. There's some very good shows on the network. You can check out the Joseph Vivaldi podcast. You can check out another hot show that's coming, the Totem Wolf and Bearheart podcast. Also, you check out this show, Slo Mo Joe's Timeless Poetry, and also, let me think. Also, A Soul Warrior's Journey reading. And that's going to be a reading of the book A Soul Warrior's Journey, and it's going to be spaced out throughout time, so it should be good. And also, I have another show which is coming soon, so stay tuned to the Joseph Vivaldi Network. Back in the podcast.
Right on. So you want to be the closer, or you want me to be the closer? Because I got a real pretty one here that'll hopefully dispel some of this psychic smog that's been flooding over us. I'm being silly, of course.
Oh, yeah. I'm just looking for a very good, you know how you're looking for that right one to end the show?
Well, that's the thing. See, I definitely found it. This is a goodie. It's got real rich imagery and stuff. This is definitely one of the ones he would want me to read. Because it's real innocent. There ain't nothing too crazy about it. Not as far as I'm concerned.
I would do the crimes of now, but that wouldn't be.
Yeah. Well, again, like I said, I got lighthearted here. I got like you know what I'm saying. So even if you were to come on a little bit, you know, warrior with the grit teeth, it would be all right.
I think. How about this?
Yeah, man.
You read one and I read one.
And you'll close.
I'll close.
Alright, so here it is. This is Angel of Beauty. The thunder comes drifting out on the horizon of the city. The streets quake in the throbbing anxiety of the angry sky. Gray-brown floods overhead as the wind shifts and displaces the hair of busy pedestrians trying to make it to safety. Whirling wisps of dust follow the change of moist air as a flock of little girls running with their mother scream with piercing squeals. They fear the storm as they flee from the inevitable deluge. One of them cries from fright, although I am at total peace. Suddenly, amid the crumbling ghetto, sweating wooden porches and hazy bleached sky, walking slowly down the street is a transforming language of beauty yet to be spoken. The embers retreat as the flame spurns the shadowy forest, and she gently strolls into the glade of my mind, bringing all around her the diamond of rippling light. My eyes are the mouths of the universe, each hungry maw licking with tenacity the sharp-fanged mechanism of observation. Suddenly I am drained of all fatigue. Harsh killers wilting before her gravitational harvest, smooth contours of hips swinging a flower petal of denim, aged blue to tan, as if at a desert horizon and mirage. I can see the orange sunrise. It hides deep within your eyes. 1,000 hells separate our touch. All the world is a foreign land without knowing the caress of your hand. Like a graceful deer, you run through the forest of my mind, grazing here and there. If I have time to marvel your beauty, your eyes seem fierce. I am no hunter, my love. Gray clouds hang like a veil, slowly darkening the countryside, yet we are still together in the distant museum of my ever-wandering mind. Silver shadows and moonlight, gathering sweet magic from your soft skin, and contentment from your smile. We both meld into the moonlight, lost to all except ourselves, in a world we must know is sacred. Angel of beauty, sing the tempest sullen away from my weary heart. Winged Venus, straying from clouds divine, for the braying fool to covet, for the fierce warrior to study, for the golden poet's eyes to dream.
Wow.
And that, for the fierce warrior to study, is a nod to not only Slo Mo Joe, but to Joseph Vivaldi.
Yes.
That was an old one, Angel of Beauty, from what was originally called Signs and Wonders, but he's intending on republishing it as Yesterday's Harmonies. So yeah, dig it. The poetry of Richard Andrew Olkusz.
Nice.
Yeah. So what you got, Slo Mo?
I'm gonna close something out. This wasn't written by Joseph Vivaldi, no.
Oh.
This was written by Wolfman Joe.
Oh, wow. I don't think I ever heard Wolfman Joe's poesy before.
And the thing is, Wolfman Joe, this happened in the transition, the birth of Wolfman Joe. This was it.
Yeah.
The poem, because I remember in Slo Mo Joe, I passed the torch to Wolfman, and he took over. And this is where it happened. It happened at, the poem is called Junior Cotillion.
The poetic transaction.
Yes, it wasn't written then, but Wolfman Joe wrote it. Because you remember that time.
Yeah.
Dancing, flowing, many people gliding in motion. It is the energy level of the wolf. People were striving and moving all to a beat. There was a feeling of the mountain over the green grass. They are still pumped to move like an engine. People are feeling this passion. It is the flow of the highest power. It is the experiencing of the birth of the living. It is the end of her horizon of strength. It is where people dance and live life to the fullest.
Nice. Sufficiently celebratory. Soulful. I can dig it.
Nice.
Yeah, man. Right on, Slo Mo Joe.
Yes, I think
it's that time again, isn't it? It's time to call it.
It's that time. If you have something you want to say, if you have something that you have a plug, if you want to...
Well, I'll be real quick. Check out the Olkusz Network, which features the writing of Richard Andrew Olkusz, his novels and his poetry. And there's lots of channels on there. Give it a whirl. And I want to thank you for having me on again, Slo Mo Joe.
Not a problem, Twilight Cricket. I just want to plug one thing. The www.josephivaldi.blog and also www.cafepress.com/Joseph Ivaldi Creative Art, and that is where you could get mugs, shirts, or other apparel. This has been the Joseph. No, this hasn't been the Joseph Ivaldi podcast. That's another podcast.
So we're so like fluid with the poetry that it's like,
yeah.
I mean, it's chill. So
this is the Slo Mo Joe Timeless Poetry Show, and this is the vehicle of expression woven into words. It is the Slo Mo Joe Timeless Poetry Show. I am Slo Mo Joe, and my recurring guest is
Twilight Cricket from the Olkusz Network.
Have a good night.